definitely. This
So
was
we're
a
gonna
fun
move on
one.
to
I really liked
we're gonna move on to the match that is spoiled, and it's Club Venus's Mariah May and Zaya Brookside taking on Starlight Kid and Karma. Yeah,
So my
Karma.
question about this is because like I really like this Karma character, but
Mm-hmm.
like we know who she is. It's
Who is
Haruka
she?
Umasaki.
Who's that?
Haruka Umasaki. This is Unique Glare. This is Unique Glare minus Ruaka.
So
Umasaki. Yeah. So my question is why doesn't Stardom get the Karma character? Why do we get the Umasaki character? They're complete opposites, yin and yang.
oh, I didn't even realize that was her.
Yeah. As soon as I saw her, I was like, what the heck is this bitch doing? This isn't
I
who she's supposed to be.
I am that dumb. I am literally that
No,
dumb.
no,
Oh,
no.
I feel so dumb
You're
right now.
not
I didn't realize it
dumb,
was her. I didn't
sir.
realize it was her. Oh
The
wow.
hair color was what gave it away to me initially. But then like her walk doesn't change a lot from Umasaki to Karma. Karma kind of like drags her feet a little bit, but Umasaki and Karma, yeah, they're the same person. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed the Karma character. I felt that like she was kind of like this little creepy thing. I thought it felt a lot more like it fit better with Oedo Tai than Haruka Umasaki in her little pink tutu with her pretty little bow and frills and everything. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed how neither Club Venus member wanted to start when they thought that Karma was going to be starting. But then when Starlight Kid was like, "Oh, I'm going to start." Oh, okay, we can do this. And then Zaya still deking out on Mariah and leaving her trapped in there. I felt that this one was fun though. I really enjoyed Karma in this, and I felt that just like Umasaki and Starlight Kid and Ruaka work so creepy well together. Karma and Starlight Kid work so well together. Not to take away from Mariah and Zaya, they did very well together, and it's
Mm-hmm.
obvious they've worked together in the past. But for myself in this one, I just felt that the combination of Starlight Kid and Karma was just a little bit more and a little
Yeah.
bit too much for them to handle. Andre, what do you think about this guy?
I really like it's again, I going into this match, I already love myself some Starlight Kid.
Hmm.
I love myself some Mariah May and Zaya Brookside. I've been a fan of Zaya Brookside for years. Through her run with NXT UK. Again, I've been a big fan of this girl for a long time. And going into this one, I was like very much like, yeah, let's go, Club Venus. I want them to win the titles. But by the end of this, like I was still very wanting Club Venus to win, but I was like, I really like this Karma chick. And I still can't figure out why I didn't know this was I can't. Again, I'm very, I
Hey,
guess,
I mean, if
unobservant
some
at
people
times.
don't know, Clark Kent and Superman are the same people, right?
I'm an idiot, I guess.
No. I mean, look at her. That Karma looks nothing like Umasaki until you see the hair color. And
Yeah,
like for
but it's
me, I'm that person that notices that aesthetic.
I thought she was absolutely phenomenal, and I like
Mhm.
her better in this Karma gimmick than I do in her regular gimmick, and found
Mhm.
her absolutely phenomenal here. Like just the there was a spot though from Mariah May where she did like a pop up, and then Karma comes down and she kneed her in the face. It just looked so good. Yeah,
So good.
and then
So
that
good.
there's a double team from Club Venus where it's the double knee
Mhm.
facebuster into the wheelbarrow suplex. I love that. It's such a simple tag team move, but they make it look so good. And
Was that
just
the
the
one where they called it the Kawaii Brainbuster?
no, that's just a double suplex
Oh
brainbuster thing.
yeah.
It's
I
where
thought
she
the
like
same thing when I thought that.
no, it's where Zaya runs up and hits like a lung blower, a double knee lung blower, and then
Oh, okay, yeah, that
while
part, yeah.
Mariah's holding her, and then she just whips her back into
Whipped it back, yeah.
the wheelbarrow suplex.
After
I
that,
just
yeah.
it's the wheelbarrow suplex always looks just so Brooke. She just whips her back, whips whoever she's holding back so hard. But I absolutely love this match, and her spot towards the end, Starlight Kid getting that Acai moonsault to Club Venus on the floor, like from
Mhm.
the ring ropes. I thought absolutely phenomenal.
Mhm. Sky
The ending
Tiger.
though was a little when Karma threw the fireball. And
Yeah, I wasn't entirely sure, like, was that just meant as a distraction or, like,
I think she was
was
supposed
it
to like throw,
supposed to blind her?
but like
I'm not
Zaya
sure what
did
that.
not sell it because she pretty much just went off in Karma's hands. So Zaya just went and hit a kick to the head, and then Karma got a crucifix roll on Zaya to get the win. I think maybe she was supposed to kind of throw it in her face and then crucifix her, and I think they just had to
Mm,
kind of they called an audible, and I think
improvise.
they did it well because Zaya got the
Mm,
kick to the head and then went for the move, and that's where Karma crucifixed her and won. But
mhm,
yeah, it was just an odd little thing at the end there that fire. But I
mhm.
absolutely really like I look at this and I'm like, dang, like there's some great teams going forward. And like I said, this is a team I think could be these two versus Chenyota and my Sakurai in the end.
I would love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that.
Yeah,
Could you imagine?
that'd be
Just
absolutely fun.
the reckless disregard of Oedo Tai here, of a unique player taking on that just power of Mai Sakurai and Shanyota. That would be great.
That'd be awesome, man. I absolutely
Mhm.
think that was phenomenal. But we get to the main event of the New Blood show, and it is Mirai, which I, for some reason, throughout my entire notes, kept writing Ami, her
She's
tag team
earlier.
partner. It's her tag team partner, but I kept writing Ami every time I was talking about Mariah in my notes. I don't. I realized that halfway through it. I'm like, I'm not changing this. Uh, got Mariah and Tomoka and Inaba taking on the
Mhm.
team from Stars in Hanan and my favorite Saida. Like this whole thing was absolutely fun. They got the Ami and or sorry, I mean Mirai, because again I wrote Ami for half of the notes here. Mirai and Saya just slamming into each other with the shoulder blocks at the start there, just both
Mhm.
showing I will not go down. And then I think it was Mirai getting the knockdown, but Saya coming back up and hitting a huge clothesline and getting the chops onto Mirai. Absolutely
Mhm.
great, just to get her power back. And then Saya and Hanan hitting that piggyback splash, as I like to call it, getting a two there.
Mhm.
I love I love these two together. I love Hanan and Saya Iida together. I think they're absolutely fun to watch.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's a was it Inaba gets an ankle lock on Hanan, but she gets out and then just pulls this beautiful flying armbar, like just like
Mhm.
jumps up, grabs her, pulls her down to the armbar, and then just turns it into a pin. But I think that was the worst thing she could do was pull it into a pin because that gave Inaba because she let go of the arm, gave Inaba the opportunity to pull a knee bar, which she
Ah.
just like that looked brutal because she had it on for a good little bit on Hanan there.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah, there was spot. Was it Saida and Hanan hit a double axe handle where they both off the second ropes together, sending Ami and Tomo or no, just that was running, setting Mariah and Tomoka to the floor, and then hits. That's where they hit the handles to the floor, off the second
Mhm.
rope. I again this time Saya actually did the dive.
Mhm.
So it was
Mhm.
very reminiscent of that one from the H&M match where was it or was it no sorry the with when Kaguma and Hazuki where Hazuki went flying through and Kogu came off, but then Saya just stood on the ropes. At least this time she didn't just stay up there.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, yes, she actually got the dive this time. Nice.
Mhm.
In the end of this match, though, Mirai hits the angle slam for two on Saya, and Tomoaka hits the pop up knee to Hanan, and Tomoaka and Mirai hit a sandwich clotheslines on Saya Iida, and Mirai hits like almost like a cradle shock, like off the shoulder driver, and gets the pin on Saya Iida, and Mirai and Tomoaka and Naba move on in this tournament. So yeah.
Mhm, yeah, just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna quickly say, like, that's Inaba's kicks throughout this entire match, the strikes were brutal, absolutely
Mm-hmm.
brutal. She was definitely, leaning on the kinda karate background a lot in this match,
Mm-hmm.
but to kinda, match Hanan is doing the same thing with the judo, so, I definitely felt that I really enjoyed, seeing Inaba and Hanan in there together. Mirai's just a powerhouse. I've loved her from the moment I saw her, the quiet riot, as I like to call her, um, and Ida just biceps. That is all.
The little muscle girl, as I called her when I first started watching her. But
She's the
from
real muscle chihuahua. Ishimori is
oh,
not.
okay, why are all my notes out of order? I really
I
messed
don't
this
know.
up. So we're moving on to the next night, and it is the Stardom Awards show, and I don't know who won any of the awards. So I didn't write it down because I'm an idiot.
I did not write this down either.
There
But I do
bunch,
know that Julia and Suri won Best Bout.
yeah.
I know that for their showdown at Queendom. Um,
I'm pulling it up off the Post Wrestling site right now. Just give me a sec. Yeah. Best technical skill, Azumi. Fighting Spirit
mhm,
Award, Starlight Kid. Outstanding performance is Saya Kamatani. The
mhm,
Shining Award, which is voted on by the fans, went to Tom Nakano. The best unit went to Stars. Okay. Best tag team went to Meltier, which is Natsupoi and Tam Nakano. Best match award, yes, went to Julia and Siri from December 29th. And the MVP award went to Shuri.
mhm,
Because,
mhm.
you can't say that Suri wasn't the MVP last year because she took that title, defended it throughout, had some amazing matches with it.
Mhm.
That one was the Tommy Hashishida at Golden, or was it Golden Rush or whatever it was? That match was
Gold Rush, yeah.
absolutely Gold Rush. That was absolutely phenomenal. Like,
Mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
that
She
I
held
could
a
see
lot
what
up, yeah.
her being the MVP makes a lot of sense to me.
100%, 100%. Because not only was she holding the title, but she also, like, on top of having amazing matches, we saw a huge diversity in her character, where she was kind of like, the happy-go-lucky Donna Del Mondo Suri at the beginning of the year, transitioning into the more serious God's Eye Suri. And
Mm-hmm.
then when we went into like the IWGP tournament, we started seeing the animated Suri again a little bit. Going into the Queendom match, we saw the very serious Suri, and now we're kind of back to that. So like she's definitely got a variety, that one. Maybe a little bit of a going through a personality issue. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I feel like a lot of these awards were appropriate. The Stars faction one makes a lot of sense to me, actually, because you have Mayu Iwatani, who is just in the IWGP Women's Tournament, in the finals, too, against Kairi. You got Koguma and Hazuki, who are just insanely over with the crowd.
And they had a great tag
Former
title
Goddess
run this year.
champions. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So like, and Koguma, just everyone loves seeing her. The crowd pops when they see her. So it makes a lot of sense to me that they won that one, even though I think you and I would agree, like, we would have liked to see other factions in that. It just
Mhm.
makes sense that Stars was in that because of the members that they have.
Oh yeah, very much so.